So my blood alone has made this list of countries with interesting focus trees pretty long, and it doesn't even include everyone. We all know about the Italian focus tree, the Ethiopian focus tree, even the Swiss focus tree, but there is a country that's not on this list that also got a focus tree. That's right, the Sultanate of AUSSA. This little red blob here stuck between France, Italy, and Ethiopia was added in by blood alone, and their only purpose is to get annexed by Italy. Or is it? Today we will play the Sultanate of AUSSA and try not only to survive, but to thrive. With Iron Man mode on and historical AI focuses on, let's get suffering. Right, let's see what we have here. We have 4 divisions, which is something, I guess. If we had nothing, that would be even worse. Don't have any generals except for one field marshal, Mohammed Yayo. Alright, I'll make him my field marshal. Research, probably need guns because we will be fighting very early on. Construction, yeah, we have 0 civilian factories. That's great. Production, we have 1 military factory. It will have to pump out guns like crazy. Okay then. But at least we have a focus tree, and it's fairly decent. This one is shared between all the tags in Ethiopia and, of course, AUSSA. Everything that Ethiopia has a core on, so like the Emirate of Harar here, or what is this? Ilubabor Kafa. They all get a localized version of this focus tree where the names are different depending on what the country's called. Anyway, it's fairly good. On the left, we have an industry branch that's competent. The center branch is army, also fairly good actually. And then a political branch that can be either set to being a subject, these are more relevant to the Ethiopian bits, or the independent nation of AUSSA in our case, which can get cores on all of Ethiopia if we somehow manage to finesse our way there, which is what we're going to try and do. Now, I'm going to start with Sultanate of AUSSA for 100 political power. The war support doesn't matter. Why? Well, we also have no manpower. We have a total population of 560,000. That's it. That's all we've got. That also means I'll never get a sizable military unless we flip communist and use the portrait of Karl Marx to print soldiers, which is what we're going to do. Alternatively, or as a side note, we should also try and capture the province of Wello when the Italians push the Ethiopians out, because this is the other core we have, and it has 650,000 manpower in it. That means there's more people living outside of our country that are, well, our core pop than we have inside of our country. So we have Wello with Desi as the capital, and Djibouti, which is also a core but barely has any people in it. Really not much else I can do here. I'm going to be ambitious and queue up some divisions. We're going to queue up some divisions, see if we can get anybody trained. I doubt it. Now let's go. I'm sure you guys are already looking forward to the carnage. And if you are, the Warhammer Online universe is also waiting for you. Warhammer Chaos and Conquest is the ultimate strategy and domination MMO mobile game, available in iOS, Android, and even Windows. Just download it by clicking the link in the description or scanning this QR code here. You can immerse yourself in the classic lore of Warhammer Fantasy Battles and join this world by downloading the game on any of your mobile devices, and you can dominate, conquer, and become the ever-chosen. Build and train a powerful army by collecting warlords. In the game, you will find more than 30 demons and warriors of chaos, and having them as part of your army will increase your power, help you protect your fortress, and destroy your enemies. Your mission will be to bring chaos to the old world, but for you to succeed, you will need to devote yourself to the chaos gods. You can complete the battle and defense rituals, so you can boost your attack and defense, obviously. You can also participate in side quests, special events, and daily challenges, conquer other armies, slay your enemies, and claim all of the rewards. So engage in the realm battle and climb the leaderboard and claim the Chaos Legion Master title and become the ever-chosen. And again, download the game by clicking the link in the description or by scanning the QR code. Discover Warhammer Chaos and Conquest. Hurrah, we can now hire a general. I like this guy's hat, so I'll promote him. Oh, he's a career officer. Great. And we're still waiting. Oh, we're getting units that... Oh, we might actually be able to force deploy a couple of units. The better Ethiopia does, the better for us, in a way. Once they lose Makal here, Italy gets an event that triggers our demand for annexation. You'll see. Once Italy captures Makal, they will demand our annexation to open up the front line. We very much don't want that. Okay, so I've got 1 unit deployed. I'm going to try and deploy the other one as well. So we managed to get 2 units deployed before things went terrible. Italy's going to demand our annexation next. There we go, an ultimatum. And if we click the top option, that's it. Game's over and I can go play something else. Sounds very tempting, but that's not today's premise. If they they want our land, they will have to take it by force, which they will. I'm just going to sit on the province of AUSSA. It's a mountain tile. Our units are decent. We're gonna go for it. We're just gonna hope and pray that we can hold them here. If we ever get an opportunity, I'm also gonna try and take Desi, just for the extra population. I don't want to sign any peace treaties with Ethiopia because I would very much like to capture their land if I can. And if I control all of their cores, I can, 1, core all of Ethiopia, and 2, remove all of Ethiopia's cores on its own land, which is going to be funny as hell. All right, that is the Sultanate of AUSSA done. Let's start by presenting our solution. The solution being communist revolution. Let's get that ticking. Other focuses, I could keep going down here, but right now I need my army to be better, so we're going to stack bonuses here. This one gives us a couple of extra units, very welcome. These two give us fairly decent bonuses to the units, very, very welcome. I could go for every man a warrior. It would increase our recruitable population factor by 10%. Sounds great, but 10% of nothing is still nothing. And then reform the conscription, yeah, I can go to extensive conscription on my own. These two, not my go-to. Let's also go to Mohammed Yayo here, give him defensive doctrine, 30% extra entrenchment. That is going to be very valuable if we are to survive this. And I'm gonna keep going until I've probably utilize our strengths, or maybe even encourage local arms production. This is actually a very good focus tree for what it's worth. It's just a shame that our country itself is so shit. What do I want from my generals though? Because this guy is gonna level up a lot. Tenacious defense sounds great, but defense doesn't win wars. Bold attack. Attack is fantastic, and attack does win wars, but is it gonna help us survive? Planning and logistics is always a good idea. Political loyalty, don't think I need it. I mean, my stability is shit, but don't think I need political loyalty to fix it. And inventive leadership isn't all that amazing. I think I'll go with bold attack. As for spirits of the army, I'm not going to pick any of these until I have flipped communist and I have access to what I want. There's my first research in. Like, these guns are very, very, very ahead of time. Don't think I want them. I'm going to get production efficiency because obviously, and probably research. We only have 2 slots. There's no point in doing construction. There's no point in doing navy or air or artillery or anything else but guns, really. For now, just do what we have. This might be a mistake, but I'm going to make the better guns, so at least our units have decent equipment. I'm going to go up to limited conscription. I need a little bit of manpower. Yes, I could go war economy, which is pointless because we don't have factories. I'll probably also go to free trade for a couple of extra bonuses. These are probably going to be significant, but first I need a little bit of manpower until I can start printing men. As far as the army is concerned, there's nobody interesting in the high command, and chief of the army, I could get a defense specialist, but realistically, how much is 5% worth? Not that much. All right, we got 3 extra units from that focus. Let's keep going. Strengthen the irregulars. One downside of Italy being this bad is that we're not getting a lot of experience, not in terms of army experience or general experience. Like, the Italians aren't even attacking us all that much. Like, they're really bad this run, so that's not as good as it sounds. Oh well. Radios will probably be useful, as will research speed. I'll get radios first. Ethiopia wants a non-aggression pact. I can't promise anything, Ethiopia. I want your land as well, eventually. I'm starting to get fascism support down and communism up. I'm gonna give it a little hand by doing anti-fascist raids. We can only do this while fascism support is above 10%. It's gonna be a net positive in terms of our stability and just overall speed at which we can flip towards communism, so I'm gonna do it. Gonna cost a little bit of political power though, and some stability, so short-term stability is gonna be terrible. I want to fix that soon-ish. All right, basic machine tools is done. Do I want concentrated or do I want dispersed? Realistically, concentrated is going to pay for itself, I think, if I stick with what we have, but my heart always says dispersed, so dispersed it is. And there goes Ethiopia. Now, we're lucky. There's nobody on Desi right now, and if I remember the front lines, they're like a little bit off. So what I'm going to do is take half these units and attack north to pin these divisions, and the other half are going to move into Desi, because I want Desi. It controls like more than... they just got troops in there. Damn it! I still want Desi though, because of all that juicy manpower. If I ever get an opportunity to take it, I will take it. I could push into Diradawa here. It's mountainous. It's got a fort. It's easily defensible. But do I really need it? Probably not, but might as well move in. It's always better to defend 2 tiles than it is to defend just 1 tile. At least this way you have some chance of cycling units. Otherwise, if a unit drops to 0 org and you have nowhere to go, they die. All right, let's get some more manpower out then. Extensive is about as high as I'm gonna go, at least for now. The units that we do have are fairly competent. Our general is leveling up now that the Italians are attacking again. We should be okay at this point. This is very defensible terrain. I just don't want to start pushing out unless I know that I can sweep the Italians away in one go, because if I'm gonna have to occupy things that are not my core territory, I'm gonna need to spend manpower and guns, both of which I don't have, on just resistance suppression. So start making a couple of more guns. Military factories, please. Looking at these national spirits though that we've picked up from the focus tree, this is nice. This is pretty damn nice. All right, let's get some more production going. I'm still a couple of guns short, but I might be able to recruit another division. Half a division. Any man on the field will count. Hurrah, local arms production's done. This is a bonus to artillery. Don't want that just yet. A bonus to infantry equipment, which might be useful. I'm gonna hold off with these. What I want next is a little bit of stability. This is gonna push me over 50% stability and reduce the risk, or at least remove the risk of strikes. I don't want strikes. I'm in enough trouble as it is. Also a little shocked at how unwilling the Italian AI is to attack me. This guy really hasn't gotten all that many skills up. Also gonna go to free trade because there's no point in going war economy, guys. There's just no point. I have no factories. Yeah, I don't want to go to service by requirement. Political advisors, none of these really matter. Captain of industry, war industrialist, both good. We've got no factories though, so they're pointless. And these guys, artillery specialist might be nice later. Same for the army logistics expert, but right now, utterly pointless. Industrial concern, maybe? And I see an opportunity to move into Desi. There's only 1 unit there, so I'm gonna push in there real quick. Make sure that you don't leave your capital open, because if they move into AUSSA, it's over no matter how well you've been playing for the rest of the campaign. Okay, so we've got Desi. That means we've got a ton of extra manpower. Let's get a couple units queued up here, and the rest of these guys can go towards just replenishing my losses. All right, and now we sit here and wait. This is a lot more comfortable, this position. A lot more comfortable. If I had the troops as well, I could probably push towards the UK's border in, what is this, Sudan? Cut the Italian front in half and probably like drive at least the north into the sea, because Italy is not committing a lot of troops here. Downside is I don't have a lot of troops either, so. Right, we've got a factory. I'm gonna use it to plug this into that supply hub we just took. We were doing so well, and suddenly we lost AUSSA. No, Desi. We lost Desi. Gotta take it back. There's so much manpower there. I don't want to lose it. I'm actually gonna fall back from this southerly position so I can concentrate on just holding these 3 tiles. I don't want to make it more complicated than it needs to be. Just these 3 tiles, that's it. There we go. Now we can stack 12 units on 3 tiles. Should be able to hold that. Oh my god, they're just blasting away at Desi, and these units are not holding. Oh, looks like I'm about to make a massive cock up here. I'm wasting men trying to recapture Desi and defend it. Probably a terrible idea, but it's like the only source of manpower I realistically have, and I don't want to throw it away. Let's just try and hold. Please, just hold. Okay, so we're still not communist. We're getting close, but we're still not there. I'll talk about this side of the focus tree a little, to the left side. So we have the Afar Regional Development Fund, which helps improve a very terrible modifier that all our provinces have. Not just our province, but every Ethiopian province. Then you can boost that again by supporting the agrarians, and finally you can remove it entirely by hitting this one, improved irrigation systems. The alternative is to give up on these 2 boosts, so a total of 25% boost you'll be giving away in exchange for 2 civs. Now, every province in Ethiopia has this state development of minus 30%, both in terms of construction speed and max factories. It's terrible, it's horrible, it sucks ass. You're gonna have to make a choice here. Either you improve this and don't get the extra factories here, or you manage to improve it completely, even going as far as having a tiny buff to it and working from there. Second part, do you want to do them now and only apply them to AUSSA, because these bonuses only apply to owned states. Not controlled, owned. Stuff you took in a peace deal or that you started with. If you do them now, great. AUSSA is going to be, well, not amazing, just not terrible, but you won't be able to fix the rest of Ethiopia. Every other province in Ethiopia, should you ever get your hands on it, will still have this terrible modifier. Now, if you wait until you somehow acquire the rest of Ethiopia, you can fix the entire country. I'll leave the choice up to you. I'm gonna postpone or ignore this for a while. I'll probably just get these or something. I don't want to do this one yet because I'm not communist yet. I need that. One thing you could do is take the first one and apply that 15% to your capital, because that's all you own right now, and leave this one until you're ready later, so you can still apply it to the rest of the country. And you can also skip this one until you have the rest of the country. As a result, you will still be able to apply a 25% buff to like this terrible modifier in other countries or other states. As a result, Ethiopia is not going to suck as much when you do manage to take over. So communism event. Glorious. It cost us stability, but getting close. Okay, I'm going to wait until I have 150 political power. Then I'm going to do discredit. That should push us to 50% support, and then hold the national referendum. All right, that's good. Oh, great. No, not now. All right, nothing can be done about it. I don't want to waste that political power. I need it to switch to communist. It's already taken so long. God, I hate this run. It's really not going well for me. All right, 150 political power. We're going for it. I'm going to discredit the government. That should reduce this enough that my communism goes up, blah, 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 blah. As a result, I'll now be able to hold the national referendum, lose a ton of stability, and there we go. We are now the Revolutionary Democratic Union of Afar, with a leader who has no bonuses, which kind of sucks, but at least we'll be able to print men once I get some army experience. Okay, and now to fix draft dodging. Most expensive option. Meanwhile, let's go here. This will allow me to make my country leader now into a field marshal, because we lost our other field marshal. And then we get some more stability here. And this is just a little bit of political power. Down here, there's claims, which might be useful if we're occupying stuff. But mostly the stability and the new general we'll be getting will be good. Please, I need manpower. I need manpower urgently. I'm already 15,000 men short. All right, Marx, start printing. Yay, we fixed that issue at least, and stability at war support. Good. Unfortunately, I won't be able to join the Comintern yet. Should be able to soon enough, but even if I were to join the Comintern, like, it doesn't help us all that much. I mean, the Soviets can't even get troops to us. All right, I think that's the last batch of political power I'll get for a while, so service by requirement. Squeeze every last man, woman, and child out of this nation. This just gives us claims. I might take these later. This gives us bonuses, and this is all just Ooh, a research slot. Okay. I wish these used controlled territory instead of owned, but if you want to do navy, this will give you dockyards. Or one dockyard. This one gives you an air base and some airfields, some air units, I'm sorry. Could be useful, I suppose, but it leads down here towards state-funded projects and, more importantly, an extra research slot. So let's go grab that. Oh, this is just ass. This is so ass. This is a whole lot of Italians crowding around us, and we're not able to do anything. Germany claims Memel. Okay, like, none of that matters to us. Nothing. We're just trying to hold on to what we have, but yeah, Europe's about to go for a party. It's February of 39 already. We're still here. We're still fighting. We've killed almost 500,000 Italians doing it. I'm gonna try and take Desi once more. Every time I see an opportunity, I'm gonna take it. I need the manpower there. But we can also pick a doctrine. Mobile warfare is out of the picture. Useless. Superior firepower might be useful? Maybe? But we won't really get all that many support companies going, realistically. Grand Battle Plan can be very useful, especially like the early 2 techs, 2-3 techs for defensive purposes. Very strong. Overall, decent. And mass assault, I guess it works, but I really just don't like using it. It's probably going to be the better choice for us, but I don't like it. I don't think I'll use it. I'm going to go with superior firepower. It's very likely not to be a good choice here, considering our position, but I feel and I believe, speaking of war industrialist, I feel and believe that I'll be able to build one of these factories eventually. Oh, that's not good. However, this is sort of. Do I want to join the Comintern? It doesn't matter because they can actually get to me anyway. So I'll have to do a little thinking exercise here. If I join the Comintern now, they will declare on Italy and Germany, and they won't be able to touch them. They might like naval invade Albania or lose a bunch of troops trying to invade Italy if they ever get there. As a result, when Germany attacks Poland, they will be able to fight the Soviets very, very early, and I don't think the Soviets are going to be ready for it, and they will get their teeth kicked in. However, it does mean Germany's very distracted from the get-go, and that might give France and the UK a chance to kill Germany early. I don't know, man. I could just wait and join the Allies and try to do my thing in the Allies, because in the I'll join the Comintern. Whoa. Okay, World War II's kicked off, and Luxembourg joined the Comintern, despite being guaranteed by the UK and France. Okay, so that's a thing. Italy's not involved in that yet, but they will be soon. So I need to be prepared. I'm gonna get this unit force deployed as soon as I can. And the moment I see Italian weakness here, I am going for it. I'm going to start pushing north and try to take that port, or at least control the province of Eritrea. I don't really want any of these Ethiopian lands because I'm sort of hoping for them to do their little focus tree. What do I mean by that is I could try and take all of Ethiopian land from Italy, then I would control it, be able to do my focus tree, get cores, blah, 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 blah. Not realistic, not once the Allies join this. What I could do is just let Ethiopia have what it wants or what it owns and wait for them to do the focus tree, because if they go down here and they actually control all of their own states, they will go for rebuilding the country. They need to control all of their own states, so we'll have to give those back to them, unfortunately. And eventually they will head towards integrate AUSSA, which sends an ultimatum, and they will declare war on us. If we're in the Allies, I could have done that. I don't know how that works. Do they leave the Allies? Do we leave the Allies? I don't know. But that's one opportunity to go to war with Ethiopia and just kick their ass that way. Or we let them go through the entire focus tree, which they might eventually do, and they go towards African unity, and they create the African Union and leave the Allies. And then, of course, we will come in and kick their asses. So we'll see where this run goes. First order of business, though, is to stay alive. Poland. The moment I start maneuvering troops like Italian is just pop up out of nowhere. These guys weren't here 2 minutes ago. Of course, now they are, and I'm in a world of hurt again, but shouldn't be complaining too much, I guess. 50,000 losses already, but we've killed a lot more people there. We've killed a lot more than we've lost. I'll call that a win. All right, if everything here goes well, I'll be able to do some clever maneuvering, hopefully encircle the port of Massawa and take it. If I can take that, that will be a major victory. Oh, yes! That is like a major victory for me. Now, if I can get an encirclement going... Yeah. Oh, well. At least it allows me to suck up all of the Lend-Lease. Yes, please. I'll take everything. So in a perfect situation, I would now push through Aksum and encircle this northern tip here, which is gonna be a tall order, but if we don't try, we'll never know. Okay, so that went remarkably well. You there, you here, you here. So I need to destroy this. My God, if I can push north now, I just need to sweep south and I'll actually be able to like take all of this before the Allies deal with Italy. Look at that. That's like a bunch of Italian units already bottled up, and they are all going to die, provided I'm actually able to, you know, encircle them. Oh, I have them encircled. Now I just need to crush the pocket. Oh, it's so beautiful. How's the rest of my line holding? Not great. I just got pushed out of Desi. Okay, need to go back in there. Just finish that off, and then I can deal with the south, hopefully. Because if I can actually conquer the south, that would be amazing. One thing I almost forgot. I need to make a new division. Create an empty, mobile, cavalry. There we go. This thing serves one purpose and one purpose only. Occupy territories. Local police force will do for now, and the cavalry template will handle it. I have resistance that I need to manage, both in the Ethiopian territory of whatever this is, and Eritrea. So I need to handle that resistance. It's costing me a lot of manpower. All right, let's see if I can get an offensive operation going towards the south. Like, there's not a lot of Italians here. The real problem is that there's also not a lot of AUSSANs or Revolutionary Democratic Union of Afar units here. So, come on. Take the north. Just take the north. Yes! I've got all of these Italian units bottled up. Oh, that is amazing. That is amazing. I need to exploit that. Sure, unyielding defender. Oh, it's going to cost me a lot of manpower if I do this, though. Do I want to do that? I kind of do. All right, you pin there because they're moving troops in. You keep moving there. You can strategically redeploy and you just attack. Oh, look at it. So many Italians wiped out by little old me, the Revolutionary Democratic Union of Afar. I could probably just start an offensive. Just start aggressively pushing south. I could probably do that considering there's virtually no Italians here. Yeah, let's force deploy another unit. And I do think everything else has to be prioritized towards garrisons. Gonna need a lot of garrisons. Anyway, I'm just gonna spend a little bit more manpower trying to push as far south as I can. Take what I can, of course, give nothing back. And I think that is all the involvement we'll have in the Horn of Africa. We won. And oh boy, how did we win? So, of course, we've liberated Afar and we control like half of Ethiopia. We've taken Eritrea. Of course, we'll lose all of that Ethiopian territory once the peace deal hits. It's just, it is what it is. But we got Eritrea, and I will fight tooth and nail to get it out of the peace deal as well. I'm gonna see if I can help the Soviets by shipping them some troops. Okay, halt. Everybody halt. Get the army in position. I'm going to try this because if I'm reading this right, there are no potential enemies. They're not guaranteed. They are in the allies, but nobody's gonna get involved if I'm reading this right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I mean, if the UK comes in now, I'm fucked. No other way to describe it, as I will be royally and thoroughly screwed. But if they don't, I'm also not going to call anybody in to make sure this works the way I think it does. But it feels like Ethiopia's on its own. Yeah, I'm not fighting the allies. I'm just fighting Ethiopia. Oh, that's only going to work until they do reclaiming Ethiopia, though. Oh, no. If they're a government in exile, which they are now, they're going to get a decision to request the UK come and screw me up. Let's improve relations, UK. Hey, how about non-aggression pact? Shit. And of course, I know the UK is gonna try and screw me out of a victory here, so I'm gonna start queuing up a bunch of troops. Look at that, Negusa, Nagast, and look at it. Look at it. Our manpower is gonna shoot up. Factories added. Not that many, but some. We've got a couple more civilian factories. We've got a railway link going now. See, we're a real country. We're almost a real country. This is all going perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Well, I can proclaim East African hegemony, which gives me a unification decision. I might take that later, but first the Grand University. Like, this works for owned states. Technically, I don't own any of these states due to the way the stupid Ethiopian mechanics work. They haven't capitulated yet even. Oh, I hate that. All right, when the month ticks over, we'll get 700,000 recruitable pop in one go because of all that stuff we just took, all that stuff we just cored. We're gonna go from 0 to 700,000 manpower. Oh, this is amazing. So as the world continues, wow, Soviets coming in with a surprise naval invasion. Okay, that might be the end of Bulgaria or no, it's still very funny though. Yeah, this is just gonna keep being weird, but Italy is pretty much done for. Encirclements there. Feels good though. Feels good to see the world burn while we've actually done something useful. Also, what is most important in this run is the size of this Belgium. Oh boy, they went straight for the jugular. Belgium, yes. Belgium, yes. And there goes Italy. Ooh, Yugoslavia's angry. They just ate Hungary. Oh boy. Germany, I think you're on your own here and you don't really have the troops to back it up. Oh, Germany, I think it's... I know it's all over. Last one standing, but not for long. Everybody's out for German blood now. I think they're just out of divisions, completely out of position. The ones they do have. Oh, look at the stain spread. This is gonna be a juicy peace deal. Soviet Union? Oh no. The Soviet Union just declared war. No, Soviets, what are you doing? Considering the Soviet Union has decided my fate for me, well, looks like we're going to war. Great. Fortunately, there's nobody home right now, so I'm going to try and march up and take as many ports and other territories as I can here. before shit goes south. I will lose. I have no doubt about that. I will 100% lose this war. Soviets are far too weak to really help me out here, but I'll at least be able to form that shitty little country, the Horn of Africa. Click gives me a bunch of cores. Beautiful new color, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics of Eastern Africa, with a pretty weird flag. I don't think this campaign is... Oh, the fall of Berlin again. And there goes Luxembourg as expected. So Axis are still around, won't be for much longer, but I have very little hopes that Soviets will be around for much longer. But we'll see. We'll take what we can in this single land grab here, and that's gonna be it for this campaign. Maybe if I can core a little bit more territory, I'd be happy. So yeah, like the Americans are already pushing me from the north. There's gonna be very little I can do to keep them from completely kicking my teeth in. I've had my fun in Africa. I think this is a good place to end this campaign. A mighty union of Soviet Socialist Republics of Eastern Africa. 1942, I've got 48 divisions that are all terrible, all under-equipped. The Soviet Union, though, looks pretty mighty. So maybe, who knows, maybe this campaign can still go somewhere. But I'm gonna call it here for now. We'll see if we can come back to this and have a little bit more of a methodical approach. See if we can do this without completely destroying our country. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell button so you're notified whenever I upload more content. Peace. Thanks again, Warhammer Chaos and Conquest, for sponsoring this video. And if you would like to support the channel, please download the game using the link in the description.